and I'm here with my partner in crime, Bunny Holston. So today, just want to give you a heads up. If you are ever in need of to talk to someone, to just vent, to try to brainstorm or look at options, call our warm line. It's 24/7, holidays and everything. So it's free and it's confidential. And the number's on the screen. It's 833-390-7728. So if you're ever in need, just give us a call. Also, if you're wanting to get in touch with someone specific, call Kim at our front desk. She's working the front desk still. So that number is 704-390-7709. If you need to talk to somebody specific, she can get a message to us. So just to let you all know that, and we'll get on with today's lesson. We're second half of setting boundaries in relationships. So last week we talked about saying no. We talked about healthy boundaries being flexible, safe, and connected. We talked about ways that we can set boundaries. We talked about healthy boundaries keeping us safe, keeping us not too close and not too far away. But what I found in my life is, especially in early recovery, I was either too far away or too close. And with people that were not meeting my need, I was too close with. So we need to have those boundaries. We need to set those healthy boundaries in all our relationships, right? So today, what we're going to talk about is too much distance, learning to say yes in relationships. So why is it important to say yes? It means connecting with others. It's a way of recognizing that we are all human and need social contact. It's a healthy way of respecting our role as part of a larger community. And it means becoming known to others.
It's kind of different now because of the social distancing, but that doesn't negate that we still need those relationships. We just have to find a more unique way in doing that.
Staying connected and staying
connected,
involved.
being purposeful in those relationships and connections.
Yeah. And within our communities now, it's difficult because of COVID, because of so many things that are going on, that it impedes us from saying yes all the times that maybe I need to say yes because of what's going on in the world right now. So situations where we can learn to say yes. Asking someone out for coffee. Telling a therapist how we really feel. That's a big one. Ask someone for a favor, join a club or organization, letting people know us, and soothing young parts of ourselves. So these are the ways we can say yes, not only to ourselves, but to others. Yes to connectedness. Yes to getting closer and closer to people that are safe, right? When we talk about yes, we are talking about safe people, right? And we have to assess that. You know, does this individual have what I need? Are they going to meet my needs at this point, right? So there are different ways to say yes. You can share an activity. Would you like to go to a movie with me? Say how we feel. I feel so alone. It's hard for me to talk about this. Focus on the other person. Tell me your struggles with cocaine. That's a good one, because if you get people talking about themselves, they'll never stop. So watch how others do it, right? Watch. We can listen to people. I can say a lot of really good stuff about love and harmony and tolerance. And if you catch me outside gossiping, then that takes away my credibility. That shows you that I may not have the characteristics of a support person that we need, right? So Bunny, would you read the first one, Plan for Rejection?
Yeah, how to say yes. Uh, the important thing is to plan for that rejection. Everyone gets rejected at times, and that's normal. It's a normal part of our life.
Mm-hmm.
Let go of that person and move on to someone else who might be available.
Absolutely.
I mean, anytime that you make contact or a relationship or connecting with somebody and you start having angst or that anxiety about being with this person, listen to your intuition.
Yeah.
Listen to that inner voice and pay attention to your body. Maybe this is not somebody that's part of your support group. Because if you still continue to feel those same ways in connecting with this person, your body, you have to recognize your own body's alarm systems and why am I feeling like that? It may be because they, may be healthy, that maybe because they know me and can read right through me and I don't want a part of that.
Yeah.
Or maybe they have finished serving their purpose in your relationship and in your growth and in your recovery. And you have to move on. But you will get that rejection.
Yeah. It does happen.
And how do you cope with that?
And to plan for it.
Right.
What am I going to say when so-and-so says no? Right? And I love what Bunny said. I was talking to somebody just the other day about following our gut. Go with our gut. Because as I grow in recovery, my conscience grows. My connectedness grows with my mind, body, and spirit and the outer community and individuals. And you're right, man. There are some people that just give us that feeling that, no, this is not a safe person. And it's okay to trust that. It's okay to trust that. Not everybody's safe. And you can't tell.
No. Not being,
absolutely
you have to
not.
respect yourself. And you have to respect your own needs right now, more than now than ever before.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The next one is practice in advance if possible. Practice with somebody that's safe. And once you've got that plan and you know what you want to say and you know what you want to say if they reject us, then practice, right? The more I practice in the mirror, practice with a therapist, practice with a friend, a family member, whoever. Just practice what you want to say. So let me practice what I want to say so I can get more comfortable with it. So I can work out the kinks in what I want to say. Is that really what I want to say? No. Let me practice. Let me figure out how I can do this a more effective way. Can you read the next one for us, Bunny?
And you're talking about practicing in relationships, and it's important to choose safe people. Select people who are friendly, but most importantly, select people who are supportive.
Yeah. I assess people. I check them out. I watch them, right? Because like I said, people can say many wonderful things, but if we watch them, they will show their true character. And this sounds totally self-centered and selfish. I realize this. But I look at the person from the characteristics I want in a support person. Are they honest? Can they tell me the truth about me? Do they show up? Right? All these things are important to me. So I need to assess somebody to see, do they meet that need? There's nothing wrong with that. We do that all the time. We look at people, we assess them, we try to figure them out, and that's a good thing. It can help us stay out of harm's way. Right? So take a look at the people in your life. Choose safe people to be in your world, right? We've had too much, unsafe people. So choose wisely and just take a look at somebody. Is this person the kind of person you need in your life right now, right? The kind of person you need supporting you. Hi, know that it's normal to make mistakes along the way. It'll feel uncomfortable to reach out to others at first. Allow yourself room to grow. It gets easier with time, absolutely. And practice.
That's the key thing. Practice in front of a mirror.
Absolutely. And when I'm first trying to say no or yes to somebody, it can be jagged. It can be,
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but it doesn't flow, right? So that's normal. That's okay. We start out nervous, right? If we've never said no or if we've never said yes, that can cause some significant anxiety to choose to do that. So it's okay if we stumble, right? We're growing. We're growing all the time.
Yeah, the next one is to set goals. Keep yourself moving forward by making a clear plan, just as you would in other areas of your life. Decide to make one social contact, call, connection a week, or try one new meeting or support group online a week.
Mm-hmm.
Those are baby steps.
Yeah.
Those are goals that you could set for yourself.
And make sure they're doable, right? Don't set
yourself up for something that you know that I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
And you knew you weren't going to do that when you set that up.
Absolutely.
So you're not being honest with yourself. And how can you set realistic goals if you are not honest with yourself?
Yeah.
You're setting your own self for failure.
Absolutely. When I say and mean no, and the people that I've set boundaries with understand my no, they will trust my yes.
Oh.
They will trust that I really can do this. I really want to do this. And that's a good thing to get to that point.
Well, and to challenge your own self too as you're setting goals. I mean, you do a goal is something that you attain, something that you work towards. Of course, you want to make it doable that you can attain that goal, but don't make it so it's not a challenge.
Yeah.
Too.
Absolutely.
Because that's where our growth is.
To step out.
And it's all new for folks right now because we don't have that availability to, go to meetings or really go to a coffee shop and to do that. So we have to do things a little bit differently.
We have to be creative.
We've been doing that since March.
Since March, yeah. Start small. Start with a simple event, saying hello or smiling rather than a huge one, asking someone out on a date. Ease into it. Start small. Again, when my no is no, people trust my yes. And when I start small and begin to show people what my no is and what my yes is, I don't know, it's not so shocking. When we start small and say, I'm sorry, I can't do that, or I don't like the way you talk to me, and it makes me feel uncomfortable. Those small goals can get us to where we want to be.
Well, and that really does reinforce it is accepting that rejection too, knowing that we need to start small, but then again, stepping back and understanding that person or that group may not be ready for you, and it's not personal. Maybe it's their own recovery journey that they're going on, that they're working on too. So not every rejection is a reflection of you personally.
Yeah.
It's always, a relationship is both ways. It's two people or more.
It's that connection. It's that connection, absolutely. And to teach people. We teach people how to treat us.
Yeah.
And I have to do that. I have to decide how I want to be treated based on how I think I'm worthy to be treated. And then from there, I forget.
Yeah. And not to accept anything less than that. just because we say no, that we're so afraid that we're going to hurt their feelings,
Yeah.
and we end up saying yes to things that really go against our own integrity or our own personal recovery growth. Because we're afraid we've hurt your feelings, and we don't want, because we want everybody to like us, and we don't want to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
What about your feelings, our personal feelings, and the protection of our own recovery journey? It's okay to say no.
We're worthy of good things and good people.
We are, and I think sometimes we forget that.
Yeah.
That we are not worthy, and we are.
Yeah.
All of us
All
are
of
worthy.
Of good people in our lives.
Good people, good things, good relationships.
Being treated well. Not being in harm's way physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually. Right? Being safe. Buddy, will you read that last one?
Notice what you have in common rather than how different you are. Work hard to see your similarities with others. This can make it easier to connect. You may interact with somebody that is not of your ethnicity, not of your culture, not who you identify as, and you can interact and have such phenomenal relationships because you're going to find those little minute things that you have in common. And to find those little things, some of my best friends, my long-term friends, are somebody that I thought that I would never connect with. There's nothing that is common to both of us. But come to find out, our lives are very parallel. Our journeys are very parallel. Two totally different ends of the spectrum, but have this phenomenal relationship. So if I had based it on not wanting to open myself up to new and different things and new and different people, I would have missed out on this beautiful relationship that I have.
Yeah, absolutely. To look for those similarities. And I like to set myself up for success when I can. I always harp on Charlotte Meetup. It's a little difficult now. I think probably a lot of their meetings are Zoom. But that's one way to set myself up for success, right? Because they have all kinds of groups on there. People that get together for dinner, people that get together to bowl, underwater crochet, whatever it is, right? There's a group for it. Okay, charlottemeetup.com. And there's something I have in common with these people that I want to connect to. If it's bowling, walk up to the first person and say, hey, what's your high score? That's a connection, right? They may not look like you, feel like you, think like you, whatever, but there is a connection there that can grow if that person meets our needs, right? Always remember, we've got to get our needs met. That's the key. Because when my needs are met, I feel much better. And I do much better when my needs are met, right? So, saying no and saying yes. Only we know what we're comfortable with. And it is about practice. And it is about knowing we're worthy. Knowing that this is a good thing for me to be connected with people. Right? Being careful, but being vulnerable. Right? I have received so many gifts from my vulnerability. And so many friendships that I'm very grateful I said yes to.
Well, and I think sometimes we think vulnerabilities are a weakness. I personally don't see vulnerabilities in people as a weakness at all. To me, it's you're human. And asking for help.
Yeah.
And that connection and that vulnerability and that humbleness to me are beautiful traits of a human being.
Yeah.
And a beautiful foundation for a relationship or a support relationship is to say I'm nervous, I'm scared, I'm anxious, I don't understand. And I think we're all kind of feeling those those emotions
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
But it just makes you human to somebody else. And that's all we want to feel, is to be heard and
Yeah.
to belong and to be loved.
That is one of our greatest, that's one of my greatest needs.
Mhm.
To be connected,
Mhm.
to be accepted, to be supported. Right? So that's a good reason to say yes. It's a good reason to say yes. So when we're talking about setting healthy boundaries, we want to do things that promote our wellness, help us understand how worthy we are, help us have a plan about what we want to say, what we want to do, and plan for it not to go well, because it may not. But you know what? That's all right. That just might not be your person.
Yeah.
Your person could be still out there, right? Your person can still
And
be
don't
out there.
sabotage it yourself.
Yeah.
We have a tendency to do that. It's not going to go well. I don't even try.
Yeah.
And so we've already set ourselves up for
Yeah.
failure. Be open. Be honest. It's a little scary. We
Yeah.
know it's a little scary. Some people are really good at getting these relationships, maintaining these support
Mhm.
relationships, and some folks it's a struggle.
Yeah.
Depending on what their path or trauma or journey was. You know, sometimes it's really hard for somebody to step out of that comfort zone.
Yeah.
Because we all have this little comfort zone in our little recliner
Mhm.
in our safe little place.
Mhm.
And that doesn't feed our companionship. It doesn't feed our relationships. So sometimes we have to be a little scared.
Yeah. And do it anyway.
Yeah, and do it anyway.
There you go. There you go. Boundaries can be scary stuff, but I need them. I've got to have them. It helps me when I'm going to say it again. When somebody knows my yes is really a yes, or no, when somebody knows my no is really a no, they can trust my yes.
Well, and at a time in our lives where we can legitimately, safely set those boundaries,
Mhm.
because there's not a lot that we can do right now.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So what's going on now kind of helps us reinforce those healthy boundaries. Because if you don't want to go get coffee with Susan because she doesn't really, you feel like she talks down to you,
Mhm.
you can safely say, I don't feel comfortable going out.
Yeah.
Sorry, Susan.
Yeah.
And you've already set, strengthening those boundaries.
Mhm.
It may have been weak before because you weren't strong enough to say no, but now we have a little bit of an excuse not to have to do that.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, it said a lot of different ways to say no, and a lot of different ways to say yes. So, like Bunny said, be open to it. Be open to it. Be open to boundaries. Be open to helping others understand what I need and what support really looks like for me. Right? It's all individual. What works for me may not work for you. Right? So, we're done with healthy boundaries. Next week, we'll go on to another subject, but I wanted to put our numbers up again for our warm line. If you ever need to talk, if you ever need to practice setting a boundary, if you ever need to practice what you want to say, call us. If you ever just want to talk, call us.
Our warm lines are supported by certified peer support specialists.
Mm-hmm.
And for folks that are new to PRN, a peer support specialist is somebody with lived experience.
Mm-hmm. So this is not in any way clinical. We don't do therapy.
There's
Yeah. But it is a connection. It is a way to start connecting with people. So say yes if you need to say yes to yourself, to call us. And again, the front desk number, if you need to talk to Kim, if you just want to check on how she's doing, how we're doing, or find somebody you need to talk to, give Kim a call. All right. Well, I thank Bunny for helping me out today, and I want to thank you all for being out there. Do we have
You're in
any?
my office, so I don't really have a choice.
Oh, we got all kinds of. We got Sheila and Roberta. Hey, Kim. Hey, Kim. She's always so faithful. Danielle says, I definitely struggle, but I wake up each day with hope. Oh, I like that. I like that.
We shall wake up with hope and go to bed with hope.
Absolutely. That's a good way to do it. That's a good way to do it. So thank you all for coming out today. Thank you for participating. I hope this helped you feel a little more secure in how to say what we need to say. Right? I will see you all next week. Thank you for attending Seeking Safety. And again, thank you to my friend Bunny. All right.
Bye.
Bye.